Thanks, Karen. A month ago, Aiken was hoping to celebrate the beginning of a Triple Crown run when Palace Malice saddled up for the Kentucky Derby. That day, he provided a thrill, but no win. Little did we know, the best was yet to come.
It is going to be Palace Malice.
My wife and I were jumping up and down like a couple of kids, and I mean, it was great fun for us. I mean, great theater. I mean, if somebody'd seen us, they'd have said, you know, those people going crazy.
Shortly after Palace Malice ran the race of his career, Dogwood stable owner Cot Campbell predicted they were dancing in the streets of Aiken. Turns out he was right.
I'm just ecstatic for Cot and Ann Campbell, two great ambassadors for Aiken.
At 85 years old, Campbell has been chasing the three jewels of the Triple Crown for a very long time. He checked off the Preakness 23 years ago, and now the Belmont, with a horse that the city is proud to call its own.
Palace Malice is Aiken's horse. I know it belongs to Cot and Dogwood stable, but everybody's just adopted Palace Malice.
So yes, tonight they are dancing in the streets for the Dark Bay Colt, and even more so, the jewel of Aiken's horse racing family, Cot Campbell. Now coming up later in sports, I'll be back with the story from the owner himself, Cot Campbell. Not only did they get the race they wanted from Palace Malice, the rest of the field knew it just as well as they did. It was exactly the scenario that we hoped for. Those are the words of Dogwood stable owner Cot Campbell tonight after his horse Palace Malice dominated the Belmont Stakes. We heard from the people of Aiken, so proud of their place in the horse racing pantheon, but no Aikenite is prouder tonight than the owner himself. It takes a lot of variables coming together to win a horse race, and even more to take one of the jewels of the Triple Crown. But Palace Malice and the Dogwood stable team did it tonight, and even the rest of the field recognized just how good the run truly was.
When Palace Malice ranged up to challenge Oxbow, the rider on Oxbow, Gary Stevens, said to Mike, said, go on with it, little brother. You got more horse than I got. He has been an unlucky horse, and it was gratifying today to see that if he had some decent luck, he would prove that he's one of the best horses in the world.
The win is the first in the Belmont Stakes for Dogwood stable. They did win the Preakness back in 1990 and have been second, third, and fourth in the Kentucky Derby. The South Carolina baseball team started its day with a perfect run through the NCAA tournament. So far, the Gamecocks swept the home regional, but today was a different story, starting the super regional at top-ranked North Carolina. It's a best-of-3 series for a spot in Omaha at the College World Series, and Grayson Griner was drawing first blood for the Gamecocks. Top of the first, he singles into left. Graham Psycho and Chase Ferguson both coming around to score. It was 2-0 USC. Now to the third, more Gamecocks, and I'm talking a lot more. Check out the bomb dropped by Joey Pancake over the building in left field. It was 4-2. Fast forward to the ninth, though, 5-5. And you hate to see that for the Gamecocks. 2 outs, 2 on. Sky Bolt coming through. Parks Jordan races around. North Carolina takes game 1 6-5. Game 2 is tomorrow. It wasn't a happy night at the lake either. Lexington scored 5 times in the 5th for an 8-2 win over the Green Jackets. Mitch Delfino, pretty much the only bright spot. His 2-run home run was the Jackets' offense. Being away at college, especially far from home, can definitely make you miss those close to you. Georgia golfer Nick Reach's solution: have his mom caddy for him at his golf tournaments. That included this week at the Palmetto Amateur, where Reach tried to exorcise the demons of a playoff loss just 2 years ago. He and others were fighting it out for that beautiful piece of crystal, and it turned into a two-man show today. Take a look at Reach. Money from 8 feet out for par on 13. He finished at 5 under for the tournament. Battling him, Alabama's Scott Strohmeyer for eagle at 18. Just misses. He would birdie, but that sends us to a playoff. Check the scores. They're both at 5 under. Go to the second playoff hole. It's Strohmeyer from 20 feet and birdie. Going to push it just to the right of the hole. Hate to see that for Strohmeyer. This will be his 3rd runner-up finish because Reach from 12 feet, nothing but the bottom of the jar. With mom on the bag, Reach takes the Palmetto Amateur.
It means so much. I'm just so appreciative of her because she does it almost every amateur event this summer. So, you know, it means so much to me, and it's just such a big help.
Reach gets his redemption after the past playoff loss. Some locals played very well. Grayson Sigg and Jeff Knox were 2 of the best. On the PGA Tour, Sean Stefani holds the 3-round lead over Georgia's Harris English at the St. Jude. And look who's lurking. It's Augusta State's Patrick Reed. just 4 strokes back. Plenty of athletes have the ability to come back home every now and then and occasionally put on a kids camp to show they're still involved in their community. Few do it as well as Aiken's Dakota Watson, the South Aiken grad and Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker. He hosted his 2nd annual camp today. Add that to his Coda's Kids Foundation and a scholarship fund where he awards 1 kid at all 7 Aiken County high schools, and Watson is making his mark, a lasting one.
Be able to contribute and give back to the community. I just want to continue to do this and make sure that I set a great example for our younger generation to make sure they know once they make it and when they do make it to give back.
Watson wasn't the only local hero there either. Aiken grad and former top 10 pick Jamal Reynolds was present as well. Let's get to our big finish. Going back out to the golf course, this one you don't see too often. Brittany Lincecum, she's used to signing autographs, but today she was signing someone's face. The guy gave her permission. He wanted it. No word on whether he washed it off later that night or whether he's going to get it tattooed on there or whether he's just going to let it wear down.
Who knows? Thanks a lot, Jake.